Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Steel City Motors and another vehicle highlight. Today we are looking at this very nice sedan here. This is a 2018 Chevy Malibu LT. It is one of my favorite things that is currently on our lot, and that's not just because I have a Chevy bias. So let's get into it and show you what we got. Doing that signature little 360 that I do with all of my cars, you can see that this generation of Malibu is definitely a lot sportier, sleeker, and overall nicer looking than its predecessors, which I think is a really good step forward on Chevy Sport. The Malibus used to be kind of a little bit clunky and chunky, and now they're a lot more well styled. They're a lot more kind of elegant in a sense. They look really nice and sleek and aerodynamic. This one in particular has a really nice warm toned window tint all around, so to me that is also another pretty big win in this Alabama heat. Let me give you a little better view of that tint right there. Look at that. The warm tone for me is also a plus because most tints are cool toned and those look okay too, but I just really love how easy on the eyes that is right there. That is a beautiful tint job, and to me that is definitely a win. So jumping into this vehicle, you can see that it's got the little buttons that allow you to lock and unlock the vehicle when your key fob is in hand. This one is being annoyed at me right now because I left one of its fobs on the inside right here, and it does come with two, and it is beeping at me to make sure that I don't forget that they exist. So the interior on these is really pretty. It's really nicely kind of adorned. It's sporty and it's got multiple kind of elements to it. It's got a fabric and brushed metal trim for the interior, and even with this kind of simplistic layout, you can see the fluid lines, the generally kind of elegant atmosphere that Chevy went for with these sedans, and it's definitely a very big upgrade from what they used to look like. To me, Chevy is definitely doing an excellent job. It's going in the right direction. These ones are really nice and comfy to sit in. This one's very well taken care of, as you can see. Really nice mats, really well taken care of cloth seats. You don't see much cosmetic anything on them. They're really well contoured. They're very comfortable. Sitting on them is like sitting kind of like on a couch, and I honestly love kind of laying back and lounging in this driver's seat. It's honestly one of the most comfortable sedans I've been in, and that's saying a lot because you can see I've got them giraffe legs over here. I'm about 5'10", and for me, most sedans are not super duper comfortable, but with the adjustments that you can get with this vehicle, the headroom and the legroom is actually really good. I think I can actually, there we go. I'm actually moving my seat down a little bit more. This is the lowest setting, and it really gives me a good little bit of room. You can also raise the steering wheel a little bit there. But for tall people who are like over, 5'8", like me being 5'10", or anybody even over like 6 foot, somebody who's like 6'1", 6'2", can probably still fit fairly comfortably into this vehicle. And that is a big deal because there's not a lot of sedans out there that really kind of cater to somebody who's a little bit wider, a little bit taller, not wanting to fit into like a Cracker Jack box. As you can see as well, the layout in general, besides the styling, is just a really comfortable layout. I can get the keys off my hand and show you around a little bit. So we've got the typical Chevy steering wheel. We've got like the cruise control and the infotainment system controls here. Very similar layout to what you would see in like the SUVs. You can scroll down all of like the different things. The fuel life, oil life, tire pressure, MPG, battery voltage, all that good stuff, coolant temperature, oil pressure. I really love having that because you really have all of those things kind of at your fingertips, and I do love checking stuff like that pre-trip. Next to the steering wheel, got the control to the headlights and how bright our screens on the inside are. Down here we've got the parking brake or little code reader thing right here, and the hood pop. Over here, typical door controls, and it shows you that one of our windows here is auto. Typical little amount of storage, and a bottle holder down here. Nice little cup holders, very clean, very simple. Little area to put your phone. A little off-road control right here, and a nice comfortable kind of ergonomic shifter. Really nice kind of typical Chevy vibe going on here. Some more storage off to the center console, and in the glove box, very generous glove box. And you know, your typical kind of layout over here and in the back. Excuse my buyer's guide falling off because the Alabama sun has done it in. And then we've got the armrest cup holders back there that I'll show you momentarily. Another thing that I wanted to say is that the amount of leg room, even with how far back my front seats are, is still very, very impressive, which is another plus for the Malibu. Now for the infotainment system. The infotainment system is going to be very familiar if you've ever driven a Chevrolet, GMC, Cadillac, anything that's a GM, Buick. It's a really nice little touchscreen you got here. It's a fairly large touchscreen, and you've got all of your kind of different infotainment things here, from the radio tuning to, if you go to the home page, you've got, you know, the audio, the settings, My Chevrolet, which you can get the app for that, you know, your phone, text, all that good stuff. OnStar if you want to enable it. Got apps right here, so if you want to download or add some apps, it'll take you to the app screen. So there is a lot of different possibilities for the infotainment system on GM vehicles, and this Malibu definitely has that. It's loading up a little bit. I think it's a little bit better if you do connect your phone directly to it. This is a different audio media, not available because, you know, it's not connected to the phone. And then you get a lot of different settings here: valet mode, teen driver, radio, vehicle, Bluetooth. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are actually available in here, so don't think, you know, that this is a simple screen. This is all you get. You do get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is excellent. You've got the OnStar stuff up here in case you do enable it, but you also get a very nice, very crisp backup camera. Look at how high definition that is. Like, you can see the leaves on the trees right here. So that's another really cool thing. We're about to jump into the back seat, take a look at some trunk space and wrap this up. But honestly, this is one of really the nicest, kind of most comfortable, simple, but has everything you need sedans that are out here on the market today. Malibus are greatly popular, and for good reason. It's just an excellent, you know, mid to full size sedan. And if you're out there, you know, shopping for something like this, this should definitely be on your list no matter where you go. So, and this specific make, model, unit that I have in my dealership is incredibly clean, and it's only got 108,000 miles on it. So if you're shopping for sedans, you 100% want to come check this out, even just to check out a Malibu. Popping on into this back seat, you've already seen the room from one standpoint, but look at this. Tell me this is not greatly impressive. This seat is leaned all the way back. Look at how far back this is reclined. It's crazy. And I've still got ample room right here. I'm sitting back. I'm relaxed. You know, I'm not a small person in weight, height, or anything, and I am back here, you know, incredibly comfortable. So I'm a great gauge for any of y'all that are like, I'm not gonna fit in the sedan. I fit in the sedan, okay? I fit in the sedan really, really well. As well right here, got those cup holders, get a little bit of climate control, a little bit of outlet. Excuse the lighting. You've got like a full blown outlet back here on top of the USB ports and this typical AC outlet. So you've got everything you would get in a Chevy SUV in the sedan in a compact form. And to me, that's one of the best things. Also, for all of your car seat needs, we've got the latch points very, very clearly labeled. And finally, everybody, welcome to the trunk. So one of the things that makes this an excellent car is that it has ample room and ample features, top to bottom, front to back. You can see how huge this trunk is for a sedan of its size, and the seats do fold, so you get that bonus as well. So let me sneak in here real quick before this video cuts and actually put these seats down for you. Look at that. I've only got 10 minutes, but holy can I talk about this car. This is amazing. All right, y'all, thank you so much for joining me on another vehicle highlight. Y'all have been amazing. Thank you all so much for your support. Head on over to the website if you're not there already to read up more on this car, and we'll see you on the next one.